On this episode, we talk charisma, the lonely road of success, and hashtags. You ask questions, and I answer them. This is the Ask Gary V Show. Hey everybody, this is Gary Vaynerchuk, and this is episode 159 of the Ask Gary V Show. Monday morning, nice and cool, 7:30 teacher conference for Misha this morning, which was fun. Always good to hear that your child is amazing. In first grade, there's only so much damage one can, I mean, even I was a great student in first grade. In a good mood, the Jets squeaked it out. There's one point before they gave a late touchdown that the score was very close to my prediction, which I was happy with. But very concerned about Thursday's game. Do we have I know I'm going to Orlando Wednesday. Do we have a show tomorrow?
Yep.
And do we have one Thursday morning?
Thursday morning.
Okay, great. You'll get it out before the game? Perfect. So I'll make my official prediction Thursday. You'll probably get it in the afternoon, early afternoon, right before the game. Plenty of time for all you gamblers to put in your... but I'll give you an early indication. I'm very concerned. Anytime you play a team that hasn't won 12 games in a row on the road, like the Jags hadn't, and you win the turnover battle 4-0, and you only win by 5 points, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of injuries. The Jets are banged up. So that's that. Had a good, apologize. I actually was super sad. Missed the entire week. Last week is probably one of only 2 times or 3 times since we started the show where I missed an entire week. So that stunk. Sorry about that, but I'm glad to be back in the saddle. Indy, it's good to see you. Good to see that you've stayed consistent with your black attire. Didn't know.
I cut my hair.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's very short for you.
It is very short for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
What happened there?
I went for a haircut and then I was like, you know what? It's time to donate most of this.
How much got cut off?
Like almost 2 feet.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah. Big things.
I could use some of that. All right, India, let's get into the show.
That's good.
Awesome. Also, little new thing that I started doing. I just emailed you guys randomly on this, right? Random VaynerMedia employee to just join every time. Oh, by the way, yeah, there you go. Good job. Why don't you tell the Vayner Nation real quick who you are, and then we'll get into the show. What you do here?
Hi Vayner Nation, I'm Dan Camano. I'm a community manager here.
Where'd you grow up?
Jersey Shore,
And what football team do you love?
the New York Jets.
Yeah, nothing random about that. Actually was, you picked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job, India. And you watched the Jets yesterday a little bit?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Oh, India, you had momentum going.
I was watching the Niners. I know.
But the Niners played late. The
They
Jets
were
played
just
early.
on TV when I
No,
was at a
but the
bar.
Jets were early. The
But-
Niners were late.
I was just at the bar when that game was on. Like I wasn't at a bar before.
What were you like?
so-
What did you just like sleep in? Wake up at like 4? Were you raving to 4 in the morning in Queens?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, all right. Let's get into the show. Enough banter for a Monday.
Salty Snaps asks, people say the road to success is lonely. Do you feel that's accurate? If not, why do you think it's a common sentiment?
I think people use that statement because the truth is, I mean, first of all, it depends on how you define success. In the context of what this show is about, which is business success, obviously we talk about a lot of life stuff as well, but when you're the CEO, when you're the founder, the conversation that's not being had, everybody sees all the nice things that come along, but every single thing that happens in this company that's wrong is my fault. Every snarky comment on social, every kind of sad face, every email bullet points that every Friday I get bullet points from tons of VaynerMedia employees, and 80% of them have a bullet that's like, Rick is stretched too thin and is crying in the bathroom. It's devastating. It's very tough to be at the top of something, even when it's going great. Vayner's going great. This is not even like, Wall Street collapsed and we lost a lot of clients and we have to have layoffs. This is like, we're rolling and we're the best and we're crushing, and there's always things to worry about because you know that there's no, it's India's fault. Everybody here at some level, all the way up, can still say, it's Gary's fault. I can't. And when you say it's my fault, there's a really tough burden emotionally, forget about financially, that comes along with that. And so I think it can get very lonely. You do recognize, it's amazing to me, for as much of a communicator and extrovert as I am, how much I keep in my own mind, how much is going on in this noggin every day, calculating, strategizing, thinking, and there is no vacations. I desperately love national holidays, and like I can't wait for Christmas and Thanksgiving because everybody else is checked out, and that's the only time that I'm able to be off. I have my 40th birthday coming on Saturday. I'm going away with my family. This is an incredible moment in my life, and I will not be able to be 100% checked out because in those, in that Friday and that Monday, the world is moving. This world is moving. My responsibilities are moving, and I'm always one phone call away from a fire that I have to address. It is a very intense, lonely place to be at the tippy top. And so when you think about, I always think about like, is life fair, right? There's always things that happen, there's things that we can't control. But the notion of like, somebody getting compensated a lot of money for things that do I think somebody making $20 million a year to be an athlete or an actress? We never talk about actresses and actors, right? We love to zing on athletes, but like actors make, like the big ones make like $15 million to make a movie. But still, at the end of the day, it's because they command the market, people want to pay attention, and there's an enormous amount of pressure. As I've lived my life and started spending some time with A-list celebrities, their life is, it's intense. Like I really secretly think that I could be an A-list celebrity. That I literally could go on TV and be a breakout hit, like in a Mad Money kind of like, not like Jennifer Lawrence, I just don't have the looks, but in a Mad Money kind of like Regis, kind of like Andy Cohen way. But man, real celebrity status is intense. You just have nowhere to go, and so there's that, or an athlete where like the physical shape that you have to, 10 hours a day of putting in that time. People look at the outcomes, they don't think about what's coming along with it, and the pressure. The pressure to know that if I get hit wrong, that my entire life collapses, especially an athlete, that's a short window. Or the pressures that we've said. Look, I don't think it's a coincidence that some of the greatest artists of all time pass away in their mid-20s because of the intensity. It's intense. It's intense. It's very lonely, and so it can be extremely lonely. Ironically, and you'll find this wild, I want random extra people in the room. I love being around people more than anything, but I'm also very comfortable in my own being one-on-one with myself. So I'm good, but I know that I'm emotionally stable as fuck, and it's intense for me. I can't imagine people that are not as fortunate as I am, pulling from both directions, ambition, but humility, do you know how content I am? Like a lot of people watch this show and you hear I want to buy the Jets and you misunderstand really where I'm at. Like I want it all and I want to win the whole thing, but if I never win again, if I plateau at this level, there's an amazing amount of content in my body for all my hunger. And that balances me, but I couldn't imagine if that was tweaked just a little bit, if I really felt the pressure, because there's enough pressure from a day in and day out standpoint. It's intense, it's intense. I think people say it. I think much like stereotypes or statements, there's always so many truths to it. I think the reason so many people say the road is lonely, because to really be successful in the context of business especially, you've got to make 7,000 to 7,000 decisions that are critical, and you can only make them with yourself. And it's an intense moment on a daily basis. Yeah, a little bit of a rant to start Monday morning. Let's go a little lighter there, India.
Okay, Kyle.
Uh-oh. Kyle.
Kyle asks, you thanked Travis Kalanick in 2009 before we knew who he was. Who is someone we don't know today but will in the future?
Live, are they commenting it? Are they liking
I was
it?
getting hammered at first for a bad angle, but I think I cleaned it up.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Okay, good. Good to know. Wasn't really asking about how they were dissing you. Are they enjoying the content?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
From Kyle.
Kyle.
Thanks Travis Kalanick in 2009.
Yes.
Before you knew who he
This
was.
guy's asked this question you really made him sweat this one out, India. I saw this question on social a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I saw it. Anyway, go ahead.
Who is someone we don't know today but will in the future?
The reason, who asked that? Kyle, the reason I didn't send India this question and say, hey, you need to ask this, because I saw you pounding it over and over, so great perseverance, way to get on the show, is because I don't think I have an answer to that. There is one entrepreneur, a guy by the name of Ben Serra, who created FaceFeed, who's doing some consulting now on the West Coast, who I think is magical, CERA. And there's an amazing amount of people that I think are real winners, just tons. But nobody that makes me feel like Ben Serra is the only one that makes me feel like he's got a $1 trillion execution in him. So that's the answer. And the truth is, it's still early intuition on Ben Serra compared to what Travis, I just knew. Which only speaks to the uber miss on the angel round multiple times, even more baffling. It's really the great mystery of my life.
Angel asks, hey Gary, to what extent would you say your success is due to your showmanship / charisma factor? Thanks.
Angel, I think my showmanship and charisma is a major factor. My charisma is an absolute, being charming is a stunningly important personal trait. Like, being likable is really cool, and I especially have a weird thing going on because in my public persona, especially when I'm on stage or performing, I get very competitive, very like, I wanna rap battle the world, right? Like I wanna beat everybody. So I'm combative and I say things that most people don't wanna say, so it makes a certain group uncomfortable and actually makes them not like me as much. And so then when they meet me one-on-one and that charming kind of real person plays out, I even get extra credit. Yeah, listen, I think it's a major factor. Now, on the flip side, I can rattle off 50 people, which I won't because this is a diss, that are massively charming, massively charismatic, but have no depth. It's classic sizzle and steak. I think I have both. Now, do I think a steak that really sizzles sells better? It sure does. And so I would almost say maybe it's 50%. If you want to go basic, it's 50% of my success because having the goods to back up that hyperbole and charisma and excitement and showmanship is a major thing. Like, there's a lot of people faking this show. There's a lot of content on YouTube and out there. There's a lot of people that are trying, like, there's a lot of people doing quote pictures the way I do them, or videos the way I'm not talking about you, D-Rock, and doing videos the way I do, and there isn't traction because I think people can smell it, and so you have to be able to back it up, and so, but I don't run away from it. I definitely think that, I hate when people don't think that they're lucky. Like, I don't know how to not quantify my charisma, my personality as anything short of, I took great features from my parents who just, my parents deciding to get married. Unfortunately, even though my dad ever watches the show, which he doesn't, Mom, make sure you show Dad this part. As much as I'd love to take credit for Mom and Dad getting married, I just can't. My dad always likes to zing me for taking credit for stuff. So, yeah, I think my personality is a major factor. I'm also equally happy to know that my work ethic and my tenacity and my skills and my compassion are equally factors in my success.
Does your mom watch everyone?
I think my mom's watching almost everyone, yeah.
From Ram Castillo.
Ram?
G'day Gary, Ram Castillo here from GiantThinkers.com. I'm recording this from Sydney, Australia. I am an author, blogger, podcaster, speaker, and creative live instructor that helps emerging designers be employed. I have a what would you do question, Gary. Currently, I have one book and creative live courses for all of us bloggers and podcasters out there that are looking to better monetize. What would your next right hook be? Would it be to create another book, potentially a video course, or even a membership component? Cheers.
That's a good question. Ram, right? Ram, great question. Big shout out to Australia. Looks like Australia next March for the book tour is becoming very realistic. So going down under could be fun. Haven't been there since I've been in the wine world. Not true. Actually, just remembered I flew in and flew out for a business talk 3 or 4 years ago. Ram, I think it comes down to what's the best product you could put out. Whatever form you think that you can execute in, whether that's a second book because you're a great writer, or an online course because you're charismatic on video, or a membership site because you think you can provide enough value worth paying for that's differentiated in the market, and yes, you can taste my cynicism there, or continuing to build up your brand to become more of a persona that gets to publicly speak. I think speaking is a very lucrative way to monetize one's personality. I think it'd be really interesting since it sounds like you're teaching other people to become employed, I think it'd be really interesting for you to do more of that yourself. So instead of teaching people how to make money, maybe you go out and get employed more so that you can speak to, like I did $1 million worth of gigs this year. I think you know that from me. I'm cynical to people just teaching for the sake of teaching. So I enjoy the fact that I've built, of course with AJ and the team, but like I've built a machine that does, soon to be $100 million in social media work. It sure gives me a lot of oomph to sit on like this stuff works, because these companies don't keep us around because I'm charismatic. And so, you like the recall there? Recall, go ahead, Stefan. Hey, Stefan over there. Talk to Stefan. And I'll take a recall component here. Little rusty, week away. And I think all of those are viable options. And for everybody who's watching, you can tell the back end ones were the ones I'm more excited about, because I love proof in the pudding. That make you think of Bill Cosby too? Is he that associated with pudding? For me it is.
No, I was thinking of...
He's in an interesting spot these days. What's that? Oh, the porridge pop-up.
Pudding pop-up.
We have to punt that, right? Because like people expect us to do it now, and I don't think Steve can pull it off. I mean, I haven't heard from him in a week.
Last one from Kylie.
Kylie asks, you never use hashtags. What the hell?
That's a really good point, Kylie. I saw that question too come through social, and I dodged that like as quickly as I could. That's a shortcoming. I'm not doing a good job. I'm really screwing up Instagram especially. I'm not happy with myself. This is a lazy, and I never talk of myself in lazy. I'm doing a poor job. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna fix this. Team, we need to get our shit together. I need you to help me here. Can we get like 7 to 10, we did this once, and I didn't execute on it. This is the second time around. I need to understand better what hashtags I need to be using on Instagram. I just don't have the time to put in for the homework. Find the white space, not entrepreneur, because that has a lot. Like, what's the long tail version? Kylie, great question. India, great job of asking the question. This is a shortcoming. I, like any other human, go through the ebbs and flows of not doing things well. As a matter of fact, I don't think I handled my personal brand all that well up until the Ask Gary Vee show, because I was so busy executing. This one's even worse because I'm actually doing it. There's no reason I shouldn't be adding 4 to 7 strategic hashtags per post for discovery of new people. I just need to get better. It's a lack of practitioner execution, one that angers me that we had to address it, and maybe even ruined my week now that this has been exposed. No, listen, it's a great question, and this is one of the few times, and this hurts my feelings, but this is one of the few times I need to say, don't look at my behavior, do it the right way. You need to be using it. It's a free discovery tool in these channels, and I think I'm mailing it in specifically on Instagram. So what the hell is, I'm dropping the ball, and that hurts.
We ended on a sad note.
That's right. I won't call it sad anymore. I'm now motivated.
Great.
It's a motivating note. Thank you guys for watching the show. Is there anything, I feel like there's something I want to say, but D-Rock, is there anything we want to say? We have no films in the making. Oh, we have a speaking trailer coming out, but that's kind of not that big. All right. Yeah, we have two films? How close? When will our next film be out?
Next month.
In the next month, because you're hedging my time. Yeah. Good job. All right, you keep asking questions, I'll keep answering them.